Hey everybody, Dante Andrade here. I am a buyer broker representative for Brett Samrock Apartment Investor Mastery. I work with Brett's clients. They're under his mentorship here in the Dallas-Fort Worth in the Texas market, helping them get into multifamily deals. Today I'm standing in front of one of the properties that one of my clients just put it under contract on Friday. Venkat and Ramana from Raven Multifamily. This is property number 8 for them. They came and joined Brett's mentorship about 2.5 years ago, and we've had the pleasure to work together on 6 deals here in the DFW area. This is a 437 doors built in the 80s. It's going to be a great property for them, for Raven Multifamily, for their investors. So I'm always excited to work with Venkat and Raman, and they get it done. They move fast, they take action, and I look forward to doing many more deals with them in the future.
And here we have Brian Amos from Omni Group that we want to introduce to our investors and everybody who's associated with us. So Brian, thanks for being here with us today. Can you talk a little bit about Omni Group?
So Omni Group, I've had components of it for about 15 years, where one aspect is general contracting. So that's where I get my construction knowledge. And then for the last 10 years or so, Omni Assessment is what we're here for today, is to really evaluate all major systems of the property. And I'm moving into Omni Investments, where we're looking to invest ourselves into these multifamily properties. What I've been doing for almost 10 years now is specifically working on multifamily properties where we inspect all major areas from top to bottom. So that includes roof, foundation, plumbing, boiler systems, individual hot water heaters, electrical systems, exterior carpentry, parking lots, all the interiors. So, but what I see myself as is the coordinator of those experts. But one of the things that we do is do about an 85 to 90 point checklist on walking all the interiors. So that generates a spreadsheet and a price list for the cost to do those make-readies. So that's a deliverable. Also, we put this into a report. So with a lot of pictures, a lot of detail, so that you can take that and kind of get a renovation plan in place and know where strategically you can improve a property and to get the most value out of it. But we've got our system down pretty efficiently that we can bring in all those 10 different trades, walk all the units in a matter of a couple of days instead of take weeks. So we're pretty sharp on getting the job done. Well, it's been great working with you guys. So we've done, this is our 3rd deal. So we did Villas de Colonia. We did
HRV,
Highland Road Village.
Yeah.
And so we were introduced though at one of your first deals, Trade Winds.
There you go.
And the timing didn't work out, but since then you brought me on every deal. And if I can speak for you, I think you mentioned that this was the first time you really felt like you really understood,
Yes.
what was going on at a property. And so I value that.
Yeah.
But it's been great working with you. You're an eye for what can we improve, what can we add value in a property, and you rely on me to catch those big items.
Hi, we're with halasar & Associates. I'm Cindy Merlis, lead counsel with halasar.
I'm Greg Ehrlich, the associate attorney with halasar & Associates.
Once you have your LOI accepted, that's when you want to contact an attorney. And at that point, we get engaged and we offer services from contract review all the way to closing and everything in between. And what that includes is as we go into contract negotiations and contract review, we assist you with that. Contract gets executed, you go into due diligence period. At that time, we receive your title work, survey, review all of that, make objections as appropriate, bring anything to your attention as necessary. We offer full service PPM syndication documents. We form your LLCs, offer all the PPM documents, which would be your PPM, subscription agreement, company agreement, investor questionnaire, do your SEC filings. Then at the same time, you're also securing your financing financing, we work with your lender, do all lender due diligence, and bring you all the way to closing.
The subscription agreement and the company agreement are going to be the two main documents that really memorialize the agreement. So the subscription agreement will show exactly how much you contribute, the number of units you're getting, essentially the value that you're getting in return. And then the company agreement will show you as a member, but more specifically the Exhibit A will show exactly how much you contributed and how much of the ownership of the company you account for.
Had a long term, it's over 2.5, almost 3-year relationship working with 7 deals I believe you've already done. We're on your 8th deal, currently in progress. I have to say you've been a pleasure to work with as a group. Very educated, very responsive, and one of our better clients.
Hi, my name is Ryan Wayner. I founded Wayner Multifamily, so I'm the president and owner.
Fernando Maraciloglu, I'm the Chief Operating Officer.
Hi everyone, my name is Alan Tamez. I'm the Director of Operations for Wayner Multifamily.
I would say that now we are just almost approaching 20,000 units under management. We have over 800 employees, and we'll do about $25 million in construction management this year.
Once an artwork, we got an accepted LOI, so we put an operating forecast together. To make an operating forecast, we need basically three things. It's the actual profit and loss from the current seller, the most current rent roll, and the purchase price. Trading 12, also, we try to see how much is the property collecting today. And from that point, we try to, by the improvements and the value that our property manager will add, we'll try to forecast a 12-month progress, sometimes 24 months, sometimes even 36 months. At the same time, we do a full due diligence, and the due diligence meaning we walk every single unit. We have a proprietary software that we created here at Wayner Multifamily, where it's based on a scoring from 1 to 5. And at the end of walking every single unit, we are able to give the client a very close estimate of how much money the full interior renovation will cost them. All that information is plugged into my analysis in the operating forecast. Once we also, at the same time, we do a full lease audit, which we have a dedicated associate going every single file. Every single lease agreement, every single background check is being checked. An onboarding team that is dedicated on onboarding new clients will contact the new client, and they will send a new client check, what we call a new client checklist, and we are ready for takeover. That's when we send everything to our director of operations, and our director of operations at that time will have assigned a regional supervisor for the property and a regional maintenance supervisor for the property, as well as the on-site team.
So my part starts before takeover. Before takeover, I do analyze with Fernando the operating forecast. Sometimes clients get involved and we discuss improvements or if we have to move something from the operating forecast. Once we agree everybody on the forecast, the next step is I do assign the regional manager and the maintenance supervisor that are going to be on that property. I start getting them involved in the process of takeover. Once we decide or we have the takeover date assigned by the seller and our client, we start the process of hiring the staff. We have 800 employees. Most of our staff, I will say 90% of our staff, come from referrals of our own staff already. Now it comes to the takeover date. Once you have the date, and sometimes it can be within 1 or 2 days difference, we always on standby with the staff, my maintenance supervisor, and my regional managers. When the money is being transferred and the transaction is complete of closing, the client gives us a call, sends us an email, text, whatever is easier for them, and on that moment we head to the property. Once we get to the property, we gather some information that we need. We have a checklist. Most important at takeover, at closing, the most important information that everybody needs to have is the rent roll, the last rent roll, delinquency, and with that information we can start the whole process. Once we do the takeover, we change locks on the property, and now we start doing the operation.
It's been great. I mean, I know it was a little bumpy the first few months, but that's pretty standard, especially when you have an owner that's very fired up and wants to be very involved, and we think that that's an actual huge positive to the property. And I think we got all on the same page within about 60 days of our relationship. It's been absolutely incredible, and we know that you guys are very reasonable on the expectations when we're doing the due diligence, and then you have the basic expectations that we hit those numbers and that we're not missing opportunities or missing issues that arise. And it's always good. I always tell people there's the bad owners are on two sides of the spectrum. They're either not involved at all, or they're way too involved with the on-site staff, or are counting every toilet paper square. And really the best are somewhere in the middle, where they are looking at it from a 1,000-foot view level. They are analyzing certain line items that they think that we would sharpen. At the top. So I mean, really, you're right here. You've helped with our regional manager, which I still take credit for what the regional manager does because I hired the person that hired her. And you guys have created a much more efficient communication system that we've implemented across our company and other areas. And that's a dirty little truth that sometimes an owner will be like, hey, why don't we do it this way? And we see it work. And then we implement it on the other 150 properties. So,
Excellent.
So I guess I owe you some consulting fees.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, Ryan, Fernando, and Alan. It's a pleasure to talking to you today.
Thank you.
Thank you.